Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Google Plus and musicians at Google, I am thrilled to welcome Scotty McCreery and Lauren Alaina to Google today.
Howdy. Thank you.
And as many of you know, they are the winner and runner-up, respectively, of Season 10 of American Idol. They're in town right now for their Bay Area concerts with American Idol Live.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Bay Area, guys.
Thank you. It's a little chilly out here, isn't it? Or at night.
Yeah, first impressions on July, summertime in the Bay Area.
It's a little cold.
Yeah, it's 105 degrees yesterday in North Carolina, so it's a wee bit different. It's nice.
Right, and so welcome. And then, Lauren, I have to point out, I'm sorry to hear about this ankle. What happened? We've got to get to the bottom of this.
Well, was it Portland, Oregon? We were in Portland, and I was walking down some stairs backstage because I was wearing a new outfit, and I had to find some heels to match, so I borrowed Thea's. And that was not a good idea because I fell down the stairs and sprained my ankle. And now I have a sparkly boot.
Yeah, for those of you in the back who can't see, this is the most bedazzled boot I have ever seen. We'll have to get some photos and post that later. So let's talk, other than the ankle issue, which we all hope will heal, let's talk a little bit about the tour. So it's pretty fresh. You guys started just recently, and this is the beginning of quite a long trip. So first impressions on touring, and how's it going so far, besides the ankle, of course?
Yeah, so far it's been really great. We started off July 6th in Salt Lake, and we're heading to the end of September, and finishing up, we're adding dates here and there. So it's been great. All the crowd's been receptive of us, and I think it's going really good. A whole lot better than I was expecting.
It's kind of cool to go to the different places and see the different reactions and how people act differently in the areas. Like, everyone seems excited to see us, but they show it in different ways at different places.
Yeah, and it's cool for me because I'm a sports fan, so we're playing in all these NBA venues and hockey venues. I'm like, all right, it's cool.
Right, so you're checking off your venue list there.
I know, exactly.
That's great. And so tell us a little bit about, like, your average day on the tour. Are you sleeping in? Are you getting up early? You know, what's the regime like?
Well, Scotty sleeps at any chance that he gets.
You got that right.
And I have to get up early, especially now that I have a boot on my foot, because it takes me forever to get ready. But, I mean...
Basically, it's just clockwork nowadays. I mean, we wake up, we get on the bus, head to the venue, and it's just like meet and greet, autograph signing, dinner.
Bus.
Visits to great companies in the middle.
Visits to Google. This is the best place I've seen ever to work at. This place is crazy. Yeah.
Well, we're really glad to have you. And they were enjoying the smoothies on the way up, so
I got
Cheers.
the googly blueberry.
Getting a taste of slice. Okay, so let's go back in time a little bit. So, Scotty, I do have to say that my mom picked you from the first audition.
Oh, thank you.
Which is, so I got the phone call right after you won. But when in the process was it that you both, of course you believe in yourself the whole way through, right? And you believe, but when was it that you felt like that it was really within sight and things that you guys were going to be the winner and runner-up?
Winner and runner-up, or like actually could be on the
Well, you
on
being
show.
the winner and Lauren, of course, being the runner-up.
I remember it was about top 5 on the show, and we were walking around the apartment. This was like the 5th time we'd moved. We finally got to apartments, and I was walking around my bed, and I said, Mom, I'm starting to kind of want to win this thing. So I kind of kicked in another gear after that. But, it was pretty much Hollywood week. I mean, once I got through that, I felt like I could get through anything. Because I pity the people that have to go back to Hollywood week next year. That week, I didn't.
Grueling?
Like
It's rough.
And Lauren, what about you?
I thought I was going home every week. I would on the elimination day, I would go up to everyone and tell them everything that I loved about them, because I thought I was going home.
It was the end every week. That must have been a little exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knew what I thought about them. So.
And then one of my favorite parts about the show is towards the end when they do the look back and you see your auditions and you see your different performances. What is it like for you guys to have had that experience, documented, and to look back at those first times and even, your recent performances? What's that like?
It's still wild for us to think about. I mean, me and Casey were on the bus the other day, and we said, we were talking about just getting done with the show, and we stopped and said, we really just did the #1 show on television. I mean, it's still crazy for us to think about that. We actually went through that and got to do that. So it's still pretty wild. I mean, I go back on YouTube, and I've watched my audition a number of times just thinking, wow, it seems like so long ago, but then, again, it seems like it was just yesterday.
It's really cool to be able to watch it because you can see kind of how you change throughout the whole experience. Like, if you pull up my first audition, I don't even look like the same person, not only like how I act and stuff.
She didn't like her hair in that video.
But I don't even look like the same girl anymore. It's kind of like people say, you look so different in person, but I think I'm just like, I guess when you're 16 years old and you're a girl, you change a lot anyway. I just did it on national television, so like forever I'll be able to pull it up and look how much I drastically changed.
Absolutely. You got a little video yearbook of your year.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about the judges on the show, right? This was the first year with this great set of new judges. And what was that like working with them and working with Jimmy Iovine and kind of the crew that you were surrounded with? Can you guys talk a little bit about, the Interscope?
Yeah, the judges were great. I mean, we were both kind of worried about, the new judges and stuff, new season, but it worked out perfect. I mean, Steven Tyler, he's just a crazy dude, a funny dude. But he treated us like we were his kids, so he was really a cool guy off stage. And Jennifer, she was just a sweetheart. So I think I had a little, me and her had a little connection because we had the Puerto Rican blood.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
But yeah, and Randy's just a dog. I mean, your dog, not a dog. But.
We get asked a lot who our favorite judges, and it's kind of hard to say because they're all so different and they're just all really great. Steven's really funny and he says the craziest things that never make sense, but that's what makes you love him. And then Jennifer is like, you can tell that she really cares. Like, she's a really caring person, and even like backstage and stuff, when we look nervous or something, she'll hug us and try to make us feel better. And then Randy's he's just Randy. Everyone, I mean, he's the trooper. He stayed there since the first season, so it's cool we've watched him all these years, so we actually get to know him now, so it's really nice.
And so we have this thing at Google called the Dory. And the Dory Tool is where we solicit questions from various people. You can submit text questions, and then people can vote on them. This is a good question, this is a bad question. So this is a question from the Dory, submitted by Amy. So Idol has been around for 10 seasons and remains being successful in the #1 show on TV. What do you think it is about Idol that sets it apart from other reality show competitions?
I think it's a testament with just me and Lauren. I mean, I think I'm saying I have a point to make.
Oh my God.
No, I have a point. I was going to say that middle America can relate to us because I was bagging groceries and she was a pizza flipper. and to see that somebody like us could do this, I think middle America just likes that.
I think it's because the crowd is so involved in everything that goes on the show. Like, they get to pick the result, and even if what they want to happen doesn't, it's cool to see how it actually all turns out. I just love the show. I'm a big fan.
So I'm assuming you watched the show before, would you text and would you go online, and were you an active, engaged viewer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was never a huge voter, but season 2, Clay Aiken was in it, and he's like 10 minutes from my house, so it kind of got started in Raleigh like it did this year. So that's when I kind of got on the Idol bandwagon.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit more about hometowns. So James is from Santa Cruz, and so we all saw in the Bay Area how exciting that was when when his hometown rallied around. So what's it been like for you guys? Have you gotten a chance to go home besides the episode on the show? What's that like, knowing that you're both kind of far away from home, being in California now?
It's still pretty wild for us because we grew up, our whole life just being hometown kids, just normal average teenagers, and now, when we go back, we can't go out to dinner without signing autographs and taking pictures, and people treat us differently. The people that we're closest to, they don't treat us any different. They still slap us around if we get a big head or anything. But exactly, Mama.
Yeah, pointing to the mothers in the corner of the room. Yeah, you can't even walk through Google without getting photographs and autographs.
That's kind of cool. I never thought I would say I was walking through Google. I come from a town with 3,500 people, so it's a lot different being in California where you can go to the mall and there's 3,500 people there. So when I went home, it was a lot different. Because pretty much everyone knows everyone for the most part where I live anyway. But I met a lot of people that I thought I knew just about everybody, but I didn't. And I have a lot more cousins than I thought.
People coming out of the woodwork?
I got all kinds of family members that I didn't know before.
That's great. So let's take another question from the Dory. This is from Anonymous. No, don't worry. So do you ever wish the judges would give you or the others more constructive criticism than showering everyone with a lot of the same compliments?
You mean everybody wasn't in it to win it this year? No, I thought the judges this year were nice. They weren't the Simon Cowell beating us up and everything, but they were nice to us. And it gave us confidence going into next week, knowing that we didn't have to see Simon Cowell on the end of the judges panel, because I can't imagine how that would have been. He would have hated me.
Well, he liked blondes.
So you might have had something going for you.
No, I think that the judges are kind of there to help us, do the best that we can, because the audience is what makes the decision, or the people who make the decision anyway. So they can be tough on us and send us home if we're not doing good enough. But it's kind of nice to have someone pushing you a little bit, but not being too mean about it at the same time.
Right. And I'm sure there were other people on the show and working with you that were actually giving.
Oh yeah. The producers and Jimmy and all the guys up at Interscope were with us every week, helping us out, and the vocal coaches, and we had a lot of people behind the scenes that nobody else saw that helped us get through every week. And
Right. That's great. So let's take another one from the Dory. This one's specifically for Scotty. One of my favorite songs is Craig Morgan's Almost Home. I had really hoped you would end up doing that during the show. How much flexibility do you get in song choice on the impending album, and is a cover of Almost Home possible?
Yeah, for song choices for the album, it's pretty much it's my choice, and we have people that help me out with the choices, and we get demos and stuff. For a cover song on the album, I don't think we'll do it on this first one, just because we have the chance to put out brand new material, and I just got off a national televised show of 3 months doing nothing but covers. So I think it'll be
changing it up.
Yeah, it'll be nice to put
And
it on.
so, what are the plans for the album?
We're recording. On our off days, it's pretty much me and Lauren's non-show day, still work day. So we're going to the studios and we're recording vocals, and we're getting close to the finish line with the album.
Great. And so you're working on an album as well, right?
Yes, I am. I actually have to record pretty soon, and it's kind of scary because no one has ever heard these songs before. So if they don't like them, they're just gonna can them, I guess. I don't know. It's scary.
Well, let's be positive.
Looking on the bright side of things.
It's going to be great, Lauren. I'm sure you have a great team working with you, and you'll do a great job. Okay, so let's talk a little bit, move away from kind of the show and the tour, and talk a little bit. You mentioned earlier about your auditions that you've looked back on YouTube, and millions of people have watched your auditions and watch different videos. So do you guys go onto YouTube and watch those videos, or do you watch, what other sorts of things do you watch on YouTube?
Oh yeah, I'm on YouTube pretty much after every show to see even on tour now, I'm looking at the videos people take out there, and not so much to see me, but to critique me and say, what are you doing there, and fix that for the next show, and do stuff like that. It's a cool little tool we get to use, and I did it on the show as well.
It's that you kind of have to, because you make these little mistakes and you're able to watch them, so you can kind of think about not doing them anymore. It's a good way to better yourself.
Right, it's like a crowdsourced home video. everybody's videoing for you. And so, what about? Do you guys go onto YouTube for fun? Do you watch YouTube videos?
Oh yeah, there's the classic.
Any
the
favorites?
classic, Charlie, that really hurt.
Would you look at that? Would you just look at it?
I don't know. There's a lot of classic YouTube videos out there.
I think that's so funny, and I showed it to Scotty, and he didn't think it was that funny.
Would you look at that?
Have
Would
you seen
look at that? Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Just look at that.
Oh, where's he at? I'd like to look at. Have y'all seen that? No?
No, we'll have to share that afterwards. I think it's called like
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? It's like a sketch comedy thing. It's prank.
Funny.
Anyway. And then what about Google? Have you guys Googled yourself ever?
Oh, we did a lot early on.
I kinda quit
and then we
doing
learned
that.
pretty quick that not everybody loves us out there.
We decided that wasn't a good move.
Yeah. I mean, the bloggers out there are the worst part. I mean, if you read articles, I like to read, all the articles, so I Google myself.
Right.
The Google alerts and everything.
Oh, nice.
So, you know. So.
And let's just talk real quick about the Google Alert. Is it Is it Scotty McCreery? Do you also do them for Scotty? Scott McCreery?
It's Scotty.
What are your
you know how
what's your
excited I
technique?
was when Scotty was actually like something you could search and come up on the little bar that you search. That was
just have to type
really
in
exciting.
Scotty and the McCreery's
SCO.
down there.
If you type in SEO, it comes
That's
up.
you're the
That
first.
was-
That was
Yeah.
exciting. That was really exciting.
So you've spent some time.
You know.
The answer is yes.
We've never Googled ourselves.
Now, Lauren, do you also have Google alerts for yourself?
Yes. I mean, my
gotta do it.
My mom is always on Google.
Nice.
Looking at stuff, and if there's something good, she'll show it to me, and I guess she doesn't show me the negative stuff.
Maybe it's all positive. Maybe it's all positive.
I'm always looking on the bright side of things, as everyone can tell.
Yeah. The album's going to be great, Lauren.
Thanks.
So let's talk a little bit about just how the social media things, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, or kind of other digital things that you guys are doing. How has that? Do you think that's shaped, where you are now, what you're doing, how you're connecting with fans?
It's definitely been a great tool for us to connect personally with the fans and not just see them on the show days and stuff, but be able to tell them, they like to know what we're doing. So I mean, if I wake up and eat Captain Crunch, I'll tell them I'm eating Captain Crunch. So it's just cool little things like that get them kind of connected to our normal lives.
I just started using Twitter when I was on the show, and it's really cool because my fans will tweet me, and then they come to the show, and this one little girl tweeted me and said, "Look for me, I'm going to wear an I Love Lauren shirt that's hot pink." And I didn't tweet her back because I didn't want to say that I'd look for her and then not see her. She's the first person I saw that day. I was like, "Did you tweet me?" And she got really excited, and we took a picture, and she tweeted it to me. So it's really cool that we have that connection with them.
That's great, and so that's so fun, and so connecting with fans and is obviously a big part of your tour, and obviously, like you said, your kind of daily Captain Crunch updates. So earlier on Scotty and Lauren's visit, we gave them a tour of and an overview of Google Plus. So you guys got to see a little bit about Google Plus. And you guys, so first impressions, or do you want to talk about the Hangout?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, it's going to be cool for me because I get to, the Skypes and stuff, you can only do one person. So, with Google Plus, you can get 10. So I can get all my boys from back home in Raleigh. And, if I'm on the tour bus, I can just we can hang out. And,
Right.
And talk a little bit. And somebody, go ahead. I know you want to tell them.
There was this guy on there, and his name was Jonathan. And he asked us if we were in choir, and we both were. And he said that he grew up in choir, and it was really strict and stuff. So I asked him to sing, and he was like, "I don't even know what I would sing," and real embarrassed. I was like, "Sing the Star Spangled Banner." Someone said that, so I told him to sing it. And he did. He sang the whole thing. And 10 people were watching him, and we could see the people down at the bottom laughing, and we were all like, it wasn't like it was funny. It was just I couldn't believe he was actually doing it. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was a live hangout with a
shout out to Jonathan. I don't know if he's going to see this, but we love you, man.
It was very, very cool. And then, Scotty, you mentioned your boys at home, and that might be we talked a little about circles, right? And what groups you put people in. So, Scotty, if you were going to put Lauren in a circle, When you are on Google Plus, which is not yet, right? Because they're not 18. But in the future, if you get on Google Plus, what circle would you put Lauren in?
What circle would you put me in, Lauren? And then that'll give me time to think.
I don't know.
Block? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What about me? What circle would you put me in?
Friends.
Friend circle. We're getting
Well, come on, Scotty.
You know.
I get blocked and you get friends.
I mean, you never know. Things happen at Google quickly. So I think we can. If there are people in the audience who would like to ask some questions, if you guys want to line up at the mic, so we can prepare for that. If there's anybody, otherwise I can keep asking questions. Nobody.
Okay.
Quiet bunch. So nobody. All right. I'll keep going.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, we have one.
Hey, first of all, moms, you did a great job with these kids. So I'm curious about the outfits and clothes you wore on the show. Did you guys have to bring your own clothes? You know, like the white suit with big flowers?
Oh, yeah.
That, I forget his name,
Paul.
Paul wore.
Mm-hmm.
Or did they choose your clothes for you, or how did that work?
Well, Paul's suits were actually his suits that a friend made him back home in Nashville. But for us on the show, we got to go out every week with the stylist, and I went out with Ryan Seacrest stylist. And did you go out with Art or Miles?
I went out with Soy.
Soy, she went out with Soy, like Carrie Underwood, and she does a lot of big acts. And she's our tour person too. But we'd go out and we get a budget, and we just shop for clothes we thought would look good. So.
Yeah, and we got lots of boots on the show.
We did.
Do you get to keep the
I love
clothes?
cowgirl, but yeah, we got to keep them all.
Wow. So your closet's getting.
We had to send boxes home with clothes because we didn't have anywhere to put them.
Oh, that's nice. And then what about your tour outfits?
We get to keep those too.
Yeah. we
Is
have
that what
like,
you're talking about? No?
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing at me. I don't know if that was funny.
But we have like 7 outfits for tour, and we'll choose one every show, and we'll watch it and just pull one out for the rack every show.
Would you say you'll wash it?
Well, we have a person out there that.
Yeah, I was
that
like, you're not washing your clothes every morning. You don't have time for that.
I know.
You gotta go do interviews at Google.
Exactly.
We have another question or a.
Question and a favor. So my roommate Amy, she can watch you now. She's like
Hey,
the
Amy.
biggest fan. She saw you last night live. She started her first day at YouTube today, so she can't be here. Can you just like wave at her and say
Oh, look.
Hey, Amy.
This is Amy from YouTube.
How you
It's her
doing?
first day. She's fanning herself like this.
She's crying.
Is she crying?
I think
Let's
so.
hope not. Let's hope not. Tears of joy. Tears of joy, Lauren. It's positive.
I have a question. I have a question for Lauren. I read somewhere that Carrie Underwood said that every year she gives out her numbers to the American Idols. So I was wondering, since you're such a big fan of hers, have you been calling her, keeping in touch?
I've texted her a few times, and she gave both of us her phone numbers, so she tells us good luck for things, and we, like, vice versa, so it's really cool.
Yeah, I was the one time I texted her. My boys were in the car with me. We were in Nashville, and yeah, my boys, my friends, you know. So I was texting them, and they looked over the seat and they said, "Scotty, who is that?" I said, oh, it's just somebody. She said, "Is that Carrie Underwood?" And they were like going crazy in the back seat. Yeah, it's been really cool.
Great. And so tell us a little bit. That brings up your duet with Carrie Underwood and yours with Tim McGraw, which was a pretty epic moment of the show. What was that like for you guys? And obviously you've been in touch with Carrie. I guess we can call her Carrie. But what about you with Tim? And what's it? You know, what was that like? And was that, you know, I'm guessing a dream come true. But what was it like?
Well, I've always looked up to Carrie Underwood. I mean, ever since she was on the show, and she's just such a beautiful person inside and out, and to actually meet her was incredible, but to be able to sing with her and share the stage with her was, like, epic.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the thing with Carrie and Tim is they're such down-to-earth, normal people. I mean, even Jennifer Lopez, I was backstage with her in dress rehearsal for the finale, and her mom was back there, and she said, "Mom, can you help me put my shoe on before I go on stage?" I mean, so they're just normal people. And Tim, Tim was like my country dad. Just helping me out and patting me on the back and giving me pointers and stuff. So it was really cool to see that they're not these heavenly gods that
Right,
that you
they're
see
real
naturally.
people. They've got to put their shoes on just
Exactly.
like the rest of us.
Exactly.
So you bring up moms, which I think is a good thing because both of your moms are here today and on tour with you, which is pretty cool. I just found out that not all the idols on the tour have their parents with them.
We're the lucky ones.
Yeah. So
He means that.
Not really. Really.
So what's that like? And I'm sure it's nice having a familiar face with you guys.
It definitely is. I mean, they were there every week to keep us in line and to get things going for us behind the scenes that not everybody sees. I mean, people send us fan mail all the time at the studio. So she'd sit down and she'd write out the things, so I just sign it. We had like a little system going, and it was always nice to know that they were there to help us out. And I mean, I don't know if we'd have made it this far without them.
At one point, I shared an apartment with Haley Reinhardt, and she would get really upset and come and talk to my mom because her mom wasn't there. And I mean, when I was with her, I kind of realized how lucky that I really was to have my mom there, because I could just cry to her, but when you get upset and you don't have anyone there, you have to kind of cry to your pillow,
Right.
We were lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. So, and I know, Lauren, you have a brother at home, and Scotty, do you have siblings too?
Yeah, I got a sister.
Okay, so what's it like to be far from home, to not be in the middle of normal high school things right now? What's it like keeping in touch and seeing those photos, and what's that feel like?
It's definitely tough on all of us. I mean, my sister, she's at the beach working this summer, so she's having a good time. But it's weird for us to be apart from them because we've grown up our whole lives with them, and to be on the opposite side of the country from them. I mean, we try to keep in touch. I don't do the best that I should at texting them and stuff, but it's
Surely not you.
it's definitely tough on all of us. But it's just something that comes with the job description, and we're gonna have to find a way to get around it.
Well, I mean, American Idol changed our lives, like everyone that has like our family and everything. And my brother just started doing Twitter because all of my fans tweeted me and told me to tell my brother to make a Twitter page. And he has like fan pages and everything. So he's
goodness.
And my brother's really shy. He's like the complete opposite of me. He's like really smart and
really
stuff.
shy.
I'm not saying I'm not smart, I'm just saying.
Lauren, positive.
But he, and he doesn't know what to do with all of them. He's like, what am I supposed to do? So he just tweets my fans, and it's the cutest thing ever.
Right.
And my brother and we're only 17 months apart, so we're like really close, and I just miss him. But I talk to him on the phone quite often, and it's just, he's really supportive, along with both of our families are super supportive. And we got like 2 more months of this tour, and we're going to be reunited with them. And, it's just, this is our dream, and we're living it, and our families are with us every step of the way. So we're really lucky kids.
That's great. And then what's the plan for after the tour, which ends in what, September?
We'll still be working. We're going straight from the tour, and then hopefully the album will launch soon after that. So we'll be able to go out there and do a couple weeks of album promotion. And then hopefully I'm trying to work out some time where I can go home and go enjoy some high school football games and, just do
Me
the
too.
normal life for a while. And then back to work.
Absolutely. So let's take another question from a Googler.
Hi, thanks for coming. So basically, taking it back to the show, I always wondered when Ryan came over and asked you questions, how rehearsed were those questions?
They weren't.
Not really at all. They'd tell us what the questions would be like right before you asked them. Like, all right, be prepared for this question.
On the commercial break.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
walk up, and literally 5 seconds later, you have to answer this question.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff you saw was rehearsed on the show, but that part of it wasn't.
It's a good question. I've never been asked that.
Another question?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for coming. So my niece is a huge fan of yours, Scotty. I used to get a
tell her I
text
said hey.
every night like during the show, basically asking me to vote for you. So I was wondering if you could give a shout out to her.
Yeah, I'd love
actually,
to.
two of them, Isabella and Lulu.
Isabella and
Lulu.
Lulu?
Yeah.
Just give a big shout out?
Yeah, to the camera.
All righty. Hey, Isabella, hope you're doing good. And Lulu, that goes for you too. Thank y'all for the support.
Thank you.
Perfect. Well, are there any other questions? Oh, one more. Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, so you guys are in high school. So how are you finishing your high school work? Are you having to do that on the road, private tutors, like all that jazz?
I just found out today I'm not done with English yet. So, I mean, I think you're done with your sophomore year. We're just
No,
finishing
actually, I'm finishing it up right now.
Oh, yeah, so it's taking our time. It's definitely stressful on us to have school and this tour and album recordings and stuff, but most of our teachers are working with us and helping us get along, so I only need one more class to graduate after my junior year. So.
I've been doing my school on the internet.
Okay.
Love the internet.
I was trying to plug the internet there.
Well, earlier in the hangout, someone was having trouble hearing, and Scotty said, I think it must be your connection.
Yeah.
So he gets it. He gets it. One more question, Brett?
Hey guys, good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
It's Brett. How's it going? So I was wondering, what are some of the craziest things that have happened since you guys started this journey that people don't really know, that they didn't see on the show and stuff like that? Maybe you haven't talked about a lot publicly, or some of the highlights or lowlights, those sorts of things that.
Give us a scoop.
Yeah, give us a scoop. What's the
we want to get a
backstory?
scoop.
Craziest stuff, like behind the scenes stuff, and all right.
Or on the tour, yeah,
Behind
something
the
crazy.
scenes, or things you never anticipated that are great that came out of this.
Oh, you know the night that Stevie Wonder came on the show, and so did Hulk Hogan. Well, we found out about an hour before the show that Stevie Wonder was going to be on the show, so we had to rehearse our whole new dance routine, and then we didn't know Hulk was coming, so everything that show was impromptu, and I mean, so that kind of crazy stuff, live television. That's the worst part about it.
And I think it was even Steven Tyler's birthday that night, and P and I are the clumsiest people on the show, and they asked us to carry his cake in high heels. So we were both freaking out, walking across the stage. The whole night was just a surprise for everyone. No, we didn't know any of that stuff was gonna happen.
Yeah, but there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on behind the scenes. We'd have bread balls. The stage director would get bread, and she'd crumble it up in a ball, and we'd throw it across the
bread?
stage. Bread ball, and you had to catch it a certain
bread
way.
ball?
Yeah,
This is our scoop, bread balls.
You try to catch it without the bread breaking, and it's really hard.
It
What
was
kind of
tough.
bread?
It's
Wonder Bread.
you don't know that.
You never know.
And this would
It was a
happen.
bagel, wasn't it? She
No, it
rolled
was
up a
bread.
bagel.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Wonder
whatever.
bagel.
So this would happen before the shows or just during?
This is how much fun we have backstage.
And is the bread ball tradition going on tour with you, or was that
We
just?
should do it.
We should. I don't know if the venues would like us, but
So what are your first impressions of Northern California? You guys had a show last night in Oakland, and how did that go? Anything crazy happen?
crazy.
I can't think of anything.
I got to watch the All-Star game on the bus because I come on in the last part of the show, so I get to kind of chill early. So it was my first baseball game I got to watch in a couple months. So it was nice for me to go back and enjoy my pastime. Yeah.
Last night it was everybody's birthday, and almost everyone that I met that was a little girl told me their name was Lauren. Lauren is a popular name in California, I have come to find out.
What do you mean it was everyone's birthday?
Everyone was like, "It's my birthday, can we please have a picture?"
It was the truth, didn't it? Yeah.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everybody's birthday yesterday.
And then, so
For real.
everybody in Northern California's birthday was yesterday.
Everybody's name that was Lauren
July
that I
12th.
met yesterday, it was their birthday.
And what about tonight? You guys have a show tonight. Are you nervous? Are you relaxed? What's the plan for the afternoon?
Yeah, we're it's just kind of like clockwork for us now. It's just the same thing. I mean, this is different. This is kind of a nice little thing for us to do. So, but we're heading to the venue and meet and greet, show, meet and greet, dinner, bus. So.
Bad. After a while, you don't really get as nervous anymore because it's just like we do the same thing every time we're on the stage.
But you still get the same rush right before you walk on stage and right when you get
just
on.
right before you walk out there, except when you fall down the stairs and you have a boot on your foot. And then all I have to do is sit there now, so I have a lot less to worry about.
And then, so we just need to wrap up. Do you guys have any messages for the Googlers, for the YouTubers out there? And we'll post this online. So anything you want to say?
Go ahead.
When the age is dropped on Google Plus, we will join.
Yeah. Definitely. But, thank you, Google, for all y'all support. And, I'll keep reading the positive things I see on Google and not the negative things. But, but yeah, YouTube's been great for us, too. It's been wonderful to have these two tools with us along the journey.
All right, great. Well, on behalf of Google Plus and musicians at Google and all the folks here, we're just so happy that you guys could stop by today. Best of luck, congratulations, and thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.